MVP, with their infinite generosity, has given us access to a new run of both the Envy and the Proxy. That's right, guys, it is a very special day because I absolutely love the Envy and the Proxy. They are two of the best discs in the game. So I'm super pumped to try these guys out in the Total Eclipse plastic. These guys glow so freaking well, but do they fly well? This Total Eclipse plastic tends to be on the overstable side. I've tested these guys out just a little bit in the field, so I'm going in mostly blind, and I am super pumped to see what we get. And we're also gonna see how they stack up to other runs of Envies and Proxies. Don't worry, guys, I own way too many and brought a bunch of them out here to see how they stack up to the new competition. So let's just jump into this thing. We're gonna start out on a 531-foot par 5, lots of OB. We got the river there we do not wanna go in. I think we're gonna start with the Proxy, just a little layup to start off here. Has the numbers 3-3, -1 turn, 0.5 fade. Ooh, that's got some overstability to it. Put that out pretty flat. We got up here plenty far with the Proxy. Knowing that's a little bit overstable, I think we're just gonna mash into the sky, see if we can get up near the basket. Did not give that the height, but that's a great flight. Flexes out of that. Ooh, that's nice. That's like borderline Envy though, I feel like. That had some fade at the end. Technically not in the water, but I'm a gentleman, so I'm gonna say this is out of bounds. Par with the Proxy, not bad. Now we're at a 267-foot par 3 downhill. This is a great throwing putter hole. Absolutely love throwing the Proxy on this. So we're gonna be testing out Total Eclipse Proxy versus the Fission Proxy. This has really been my go-to over the past year or so. It's 170 grams, super straight throwing putter. This is like the standard which I compare all other straight throwing putters to. First up, let's go Fission. Put down a little bit of hyzer, flips up, just dead straight. That is why I throw Proxies. That is so pretty. That is so dang pretty. Me and the Proxy, we're like this. Now let's see how Total Eclipse compares. A little more hyzer, but does not want to flip up. That is an angle holder through and through. Just off these first few throws, I put the numbers at more like 3-3-0-1 maybe. Straight, but it has that fade, holds the angle. Guys, now it's time for the Envy. We got the Total Eclipse Envy and the Neutron Envy. Both have numbers 3-3-0-2. I love the Neutron Envy. It's a very faithful run to the numbers, straight to fade. Little beat up, but I go to this one a lot. So this is our baseline. Let's go Neutron. And you can see, I mean, that's gonna fade out quite a bit. Not too far off from that Total Eclipse Proxy though. They're both very straight and have that fade at the end, but it's not like an aggressive fade. So let's go. Total Eclipse Envy. Put that one out a little bit flatter. Look at that fade though. That's a beefcake, guys. Especially considering that was a much more direct route than my other throws. Still had that aggressive fade at the end. Right off the bat, reminds me a lot of my Prism Plasma Envy. This is by far the most overstable run of Envy I've ever thrown. Got an ace with it in my last video. Go check that out if you haven't already. Put that one out to the right. Look at all that fade though. Dang. Yeah, that reminds me a lot of that Total Eclipse. Those ones very similar. And we got a very tight grouping for our throws. We got Prism Plasma Envy, Neutron Envy, Total Eclipse Proxy, and Total Eclipse Envy, all just like in a line here. But of course, Fission Proxy, my old reliable, gets up real close here. One thing that I'm really liking about both the Total Eclipse Proxy and Envy is that they're both really flat. Like here's the Total Eclipse Envy. You can see I just love that flat top, which is pretty typical of Envies and Proxy right here. But not every run of Envy and Proxy has that really flat top. For instance, here's that really overstable Prism Plasma Envy I was talking about. Definitely has more dome. It's not like a huge amount of dome, but it's definitely more dome than you might be used to if you throw other runs of Envies and Proxies. And even though I'm loving this Prism Plasma Envy, I don't like that it has that little bit of dome on it. So really glad that these two new Total Eclipse Envy and Proxy are really flat. That's a great thing. And that's part of what I've always found to be kind of magical about the Envy and Proxy is that They have the flat top, which I love for the hand feel, but they still have a lot of glide, which you usually find in domier discs. So it's a great combo, flat and a lot of glide. 904 foot par 5. This is the gauntlet here at Harmony Bends. It's great to be back at Harmony. The foliage is out, it's a beautiful day, and we're gonna start with the Proxy. Really just wanna land in the middle of the fairway. A little bit of hyzer and just holds the line. Like, that's what I've been saying this whole time. I keep expecting it to flip up a little bit more like my Fission Proxy does. But that thing just holds that line. Let's go Envy. We're gonna take that Proxy throw, but I wanna see how the Envy behaves on this hole. Yeah, fades out. Didn't get enough height under that one. Our Proxy's pretty pinched off, so we're actually gonna throw from our Envy here for the upshot, and we're gonna go Envy again, because we do not wanna get any turn out of this guy. We definitely want something that's gonna crash in at the end of the flight. All right, now get that fade. Yeah, it's gonna set us up well. Nice. I did forget how much harder this course is with all the vegetation back, because it really makes these lines a lot tighter. I think we're gonna go Proxy on a bit of hyzer, just through this gap here, another layup. That's great. Yeah, it just holds the line. I'm really impressed by that Proxy. Like, it's not quite what I expected. I expected a little bit of flip, but being able to hold that line, but still not have like an aggressive fade at the end, that's a really nice combo. Landed in the sand dune. Now we just got one more upshot. Got to stick the landing to secure the par. Got a couple trees to navigate. Gonna take the Envy out a little bit wide. Love it, love it, love it. Get up there. Yes. I mean, that's the Envy and Proxy for you. Guaranteed par on hole 10 Harmony. You heard it here first, folks. Does not get any simpler than that. Make disc golf easy, guys. Throwing putters, just easy mode disc golf. Now we come to a fantastic putter hole. This is a 233 foot par 3, straight down this tunnel. Basket is on a mound, so you got to give it a little bit of height. And I think we're gonna have to put out both of these pretty flat to get near the basket. Let's go Total Eclipse Proxy. I love it. But see, look, it just doesn't flip. No flip. I mean, that's great. But I didn't think it was gonna fade out like that, because my other Proxies would not have faded like that. Would have held straighter for a little bit. That is a unique one. Let's go Total Eclipse Envy. Probably gonna try a little bit more of an Anhyzer flex, because I feel like if I throw it too straight and flat, it might end up way far to the left. Yeah, come on out of there. Ooh, that's nice. That's nice, and nestle on up in there. So a few more throws with that one, and I do feel like it's a little bit less overstable than the Prism Plasma. Somewhere in between the Neutron Envy and the Prism Plasma Envy. But let's try this guy, Prism Plasma, one more time, just to compare. Well, it's similar. I mean, look at, that's so similar. Love both of those guys. And all three of those throws inside circle one. We are parked with both of the Envies. Proxy, it's like a 20, 23-ish footer probably. And I know a lot of you guys who watch the channel are probably big fans of the Envy and Proxy already. So if you bag the Envy and Proxy, why don't you let me know what your favorite plastics are down below. Now we're at a 237 foot par 3. We just had a crazy windstorm, which this has been an awful storm season for us here in Missouri. Just crazy tornadoes. We lost this low-hanging tree that kind of draped across the fairway, really forced you to throw wide or low. It's no more, which sucks. Makes the shot easier though. We're gonna start with the Envy. We're gonna do Anhyzer flex. Gonna have to put on quite a bit of Anhyzer because we don't want it to flex out too much. Just kind of want to pan at the end right near the basket. Put that out way too wide, and yeah, it fights out. I mean, that's on me. I put that out so wide as if it were a Proxy, which it is not a Proxy. But you know what? We might have better luck with the Proxy. I threw that one like I should have thrown the Envy. But you see, like, it held it. It didn't just burn over. Like, it held that line for quite a while. Yeah, just really impressed by this Proxy for holding up to that Anhyzer throw. Put that on way more Anhyzer than I meant to, but worked out. Skipping over to hole 16, Ace Run Central. If we're gonna grab the ace, this is the hole to do it on. Proxy. Ooh, that looks nice. Ooh, that was real close. Envy. Gonna have to be careful not to go way left with the Envy. That's great too. Go! That was like identical throws with those two discs. And they land right next to each other, which checks out. Proxy just a little bit closer to the basket. Now we find ourselves at a 192-foot par 3 that is straight uphill. You want to go really straight because if you fade off, you run the risk of landing in this really gross, wet gully. With that said, let's go proxy. Oh, it's a beaut. Don't hit that tree though. Oh, we hit the tree, but we kind of split the gap there. That's gonna be A-okay. We are inside circle. Now we got Envy. Gonna have to take this one out wider probably, because if I try to go up the middle, I think I'm gonna fade out too early. So gonna take it through this right gap, fade in. Oh, that's great. That's great. We love it. Oh, you love to see it. Oh, but it kind of falls down. That's fine too though. Well guys, that is gonna do it for the Total Eclipse Envy and Proxy. This video was a lot of fun to make because I absolutely love these discs. They are a lot of fun to throw. All right, well, that's in the gully. I take it back, this video was not fun to make. Just kidding, of course. They're great. They're great discs. They glow phenomenally. The flight plate glows, the rim glows, that's the whole shebang with the Total Eclipse plastic. The Proxy glows green, which is interesting because the actual color of the disc is a little more green than this Envy, which glows blue. So if you're looking for a specific color of glow, keep that in mind. That kind of this paler white is blue, greener is green. It all makes sense. As always, guys, if you enjoyed this video, I'd so appreciate if you consider liking and subscribing. That would be awesome. You can also follow me on Instagram at Flying Fajita Disc Golf or UDisc Community at Flying Fajita. As always, guys, I love you, take care, and I'll see you next time. Oh, and I forgot to say, Proxy, definitely gonna bag the Proxy because this is such a unique flight for a Proxy. Kind of fits in between my Fission and my Neutron Envy. Probably will bag the Envy as well, though there's definitely more overlap with the two Envies that I already bag in the Neutron and the Prism Plasma, but it's such a cool disc, so why not bag it? So now, see ya for real.